Let's now tell you that the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has applauded President Bola Tinubu for signing an executive order to eliminate tariffs, excise duties, and value-added tax on imported pharmaceutical inputs. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, in a statement, said the executive order sets the stage for a sustainable and high-quality healthcare system for all Nigerians. Adeyeye said the executive order would ensure drug and health security in the country, adding that it would boost local pharmaceutical production. Last Friday, Tinubu signed an executive order to introduce zero tariffs, excise duties, and value-added tax on imported pharmaceutical inputs. The NAFDAC DG said the executive order is geared towards transforming Nigeria's health sector by boosting local production, reducing costs, and promoting investments. Joining us on the news is Dr. Matthew Okoh, a public health practitioner, to share his thoughts on this. Dr. Okoh, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, beautiful. We can hear you now. Now, how significant... All right, good. How significant is President Bola Tinubu's executive order in eliminating tariffs, excise duties, and VAT on imported pharmaceutical inputs for Nigeria's healthcare system?
Well, this is a very, it can be described as something that is, that is what that is coming. That should have happened sooner than it is happening at this point. I recall that the issue of expanding the health system value chain started from October 2023, and it is good to know that the president finally signed this executive order last Friday, and I mean, is a step in the right direction, at least from the point of view of principle and theory, and it's a good step in the direction that we're expecting. So we'll wait to see how the implementation happens.
Yeah, so talking about health security now, what impact do you think this will have for the sector?
Okay, so as you know, I mean, the cost of health commodities has been on the rise. In fact, it has increased more than fivefold in recent months. And then with this, we expect to see a downward trend. The only question will be when we begin to see this impact, because this will take some time. It takes some planning to execute, and knowing how things happen in this country, especially given the fact that this is a multi-sectoral, it's going to involve a multi-sectoral approach. Involving the Minister of Health, Minister of Finance, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Investment. Given the penchant for rivalry that we have seen in times past with government agencies in Nigeria, we wait to see how this is implemented, because there are several questions that we need to answer, as in who is going to be driving this process, who will have the authority to make a statement that will get everybody moving across these different ministries, right, in terms of rolling out the policy. Again, on the field, we're also going to have different stakeholders. You have SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, you have NAFDAC, you have customs with respect to excise duties, and then you have the FRS, since we're talking about VAT exemption. So I think implementation is something that the government and its agencies will need to sit down and and think at properly in order to get this, for the masses to enjoy the benefit of this executive order that has just been signed. We are looking forward to seeing a downward trend in the cost of medical supplies. So, but implementation is what we will need to begin to think about and see how it will roll out. But whether it will bring down costs, of course, it definitely will bring down costs. We are only looking at what time will this fizzle down to the common man on the streets.
All right, Dr. Okoh, you've talked about timing, you've talked about rivalry, you talked about how this will be implemented, and some people have also talked about the fact that Nigeria might be losing revenue, knowing fully well that there won't be money is being paid. There won't be tariffs, there won't be excise duties, there won't be VAT being paid on these pharmaceutical inputs. So do you think there could be challenges that might arise by the time this particular initiative begins to roll out or play out in the sector?
Well, we expect that any initiative that is being rolled out will experience teething issues, especially if people have not sat down to, really draw out a roadmap of how this is going to be implemented. That is a critical question that will need to be answered. How will the different stakeholders be brought together to sit down and agree on a roadmap so that this thing is implemented seamlessly? Definitely there will be challenges, but with proper planning, right, and everybody being on board with what we call a common vision, right, this can definitely surmount whatever challenges that will arise. In terms of revenue loss, every country all over the world subsidizes its citizens at different times and for different things. So if this is what the government of Nigeria is going to be doing at this point, I think it's a good thing that needs to be done. People are no longer able to afford their medications. I mean, that is not one thing that is not something that we want on our hands, right? You have the average Nigerian man is challenged across all spheres of his life. Right, so whatever it is that the government can do to cushion this is a welcome development. Right. Definitely down the line, if you recall, this executive order has a lifespan of 2 years. After 2 years, these subsidies are going to be taken away. So then government can we can bid farewell to the money that is being lost, as some people are already claiming, right? So that this is something that we need to do at this point in time.
All right, Dr. Matthew Okoh, public health practitioner, thank you so much for helping us understand this better.